Hello everybody, Dragon47 here, and today I'm coming at you guys with a new video. In last time I ever dueled for this channel, I think it was Cyber Dragon against Ghimmick Puppets, and you got Ghimmick Puppets get mollywopped. Then again, I didn't quite have all the cards for the deck. Then I think Cyber Dragons are better than Ghimmick Puppets in general. But I am a big fan of Ghimmick Puppets, and I really like their playstyle. So I'm going to give you guys the deck profile, because I think it's pretty cool. And on top of that, it does have a pretty unique splash in it. I will give a shout out to Dark Arm Duelist, because that's where I got my original idea from, and I just built upon there. And I know this is not a 40 card deck, and I will get to that, but this is a little bit more than 40 cards. In case you people out there are trying to figure out what's going on, why doesn't he only play 40 cards? It's because in this deck I don't only play 40 cards. So we'll start off with triple copies of Ghimmick Puppet Dreary Doll. The camera focused a little bit here. This card is your main dealio. Send her to the grave. She banishes another Ghimmick Puppet and she specials herself. Only once per turn, but very key, important, essential card for the deck. Oops, we'll put her over here. Next to her, we have the triple Ghimmick Puppet Magnet Doll. This guy is literally like a Cyber Dragon. He's a free special summon as long as you don't control monsters and your opponents do, but you can't special summon him if you don't already have a Ghimmick Puppet monster on the field. So you need to have at least one before you can summon this guy, but otherwise it's usually a free summon. Most of the cards in this deck are pretty much Ghimmick Puppet instas anyway. The next triple, level 8, we play is Bisquet Doll. She is protection in the graveyard, and she also has a unique special summon effect to discard her right away. Let's just say if you draw her and her in the hand, it's not a total break because you can use her effect to discard her, special Bisquet, uses effect special, instant rank 8. It's really nice to have. She's a really important card because she has so many key factors. The next Ghimmick Puppet we play of is triple Terror Baby. They can revive one from the grave. It also has a unique banishing effect just like Bisquet Doll, but this card is really good for grabbing stuff in the grave like other level 4s if you wanted to go into the rank 4, or if you wanted to go into the Link, or just basically anything. This guy is really good to have. The next Ghimmick Puppet we play, and the final Ghimmick Puppet monster we play, is triple Ghimmick Puppet Humpty Dumpty. You know, I thought about playing him at 2, but I did a little bit of work, and I found that 3 is honestly really, really good to go, because you can easily special these guys out, no problem at all. I wish my camera would focus a little better. There we go. Just because they have a unique special summon ability, if they are normal special summon, you can summon out another one of these guys, so never totally bricks, as long as you have this guy or Bisquet Doll or even Terror Baby. They are also a level 4, and there are level 4 plays that I like to do with this deck that involve the Ghimmick Puppet engines, so he's also pretty good too. So that's pretty much it for the Ghimmick Puppet monsters. Let's see here. So I play 2 copies of the Mega Phantom Beast Tether Wolf. This card is really, really good because it gets you that extra token. It's basically a normal summon. You get, let's just pretend this is a token, and you basically link off instantaneously into your link right away. And it's really, really helpful. It's the link for this deck is honestly one of the better links that I've seen, but not entirely meta or game changing. I don't know. Just because the link says 2 machine monsters, and this basically counts as 2 machine monsters since you summon this and a token, so it's very helpful for that. Okay, so the splash engine I grabbed from Dark Arm Duelist was the Desperado Barrel Dragon. Now, I know what you guys are going to be thinking. Why play Desperado Barrel Dragon? Why not play Gearspring Spirit instead? Well, I like Desperado Dragon because if he's ever destroyed by battle or card effect at all, Dragoon, basically Desperado Dragon can special summon himself instantaneously, and whenever a battle occurs, not including your battle, it can be your opponent's battle too, you can just flip 3 coins, and however many heads you get to destroy that many cards on the field. He is very good at giving yourself a little bit of protection for recursion just from the hand, and he can just pop cards in general, and he's a level 8 Dark Machine, so, I mean, it kind of works out. It also works as another trade-in target if it bricks in your hand and you can't use it at all. And finally, for my monsters, I play 3 copies of Sideframe Gemma, and I play the 1 Sideframe Driver. Now, these cards I actually pulled in the Toon Chaos sets with Vince, because we went in on a box and we ended up getting our stuffs. I actually ended up with all of this, and I really like this because being able to Sideframe and then do this on your opponent, and then they go away from your field, so you can still activate your Ghimmick Puppet monsters effects without any repercussion, is super helpful. And I never usually draw into him. At least I haven't. Well, I have only once. I have once drawn into him, but otherwise, this is pretty clean setup right here. It's really nice. We're going to move on to our spells now, and obviously you're playing Ghimmick Puppets, so you're going to have that triple copy of Trade-In. Yes, I know, I only have the 1 ultra rare, and the other 2 are commons, but Trade-In is very simple, very basic. It's your Pot of Greed for the deck. Pot of Greed. Anyway, I run 2 copies of Machine Dupe. I have thought about putting it to 3, but then again, I've bricked with it at 3 before, so I like it at 2. So you can summon things like your level 8 that has 0 attack, or the level 4s that have 0 attack or defense, and you can spam them onto the field and then Xyz into them right away. Usually you don't have problems with Nibiru in this deck, because you really only summon 3 or 4 monsters anyway, just because Ghimmick Puppets aren't really meant for combos. I don't know if that's right for me to say or not. I just know that they go into an Xyz as quick as they can, and then they're kind of just done after that. So I play one-ofs. I play the 1 Monster Reborn, I play the 1 Foolish Burial, and I play the 1 Terraforming. All 3 of these are really good in case I need a Ghimmick Puppet from the graveyard. I can grab with Monster Reborn. Foolish can send any of these Ghimmick Puppet monsters to the graveyard, and it helps out a lot just because they rely on being in the graveyard for some of them. And Terraforming searches out the field zone. That's right, I'm playing a field zone. I'll get to that in a minute, but the field zone actually is really nice for this deck, and I'll get to that in a little bit. So, another couple spells. I want to play 2 Condolence Puppet, but currently I'm playing the 1 and the Foolish Burial. Otherwise, I'd probably take out the Foolish Burial for this. This basically is a Foolish Burial, but if your opponent... Oh, wait. What does it say? Reading is hard with this. Yeah, so you can send Ghimmick Puppet monsters from different names from the deck to the graveyard up to the number of monsters your opponent controls that were special summoned from the extra deck plus 1. And then you can banish this and then target a XYZ, and it gives it protection. So this card actually works to not only just have a free Foolish Burial, but on top of that, it can be more than a Foolish Burial. Like, it can be a Omega Foolish Burial, if you wanted to say that. It can get rid of a lot of cards, and it can throw bunches of cards into the graveyards, so you can start utilizing them to your advantage. And on top of that, it gives you protection. P.S. I didn't know this at first, but its protection effect says 1 machine XYZ monster you control. This thing can actually protect Dingirsu if it really wanted to. So it'd have more protection than the stuff it already has already. Another one of, quick, I will say, is Junk Puppet. It's basically Monster Reborn for Ghimmick Puppets. Then we play 2 copies of the... Sorry, I still have problems saying this name. Rank Up Magic Numeron's Force. Yeah. Rank Up Magic Numeron Force. So basically, this is your main rank up card. It negates everything face up on the field, which is really nice, just because, you know, having a miniature, almost skill drain-like effect is kind of cool. But instead of just working on monsters, it works on pretty much everything. It's really nice to have. So, I was playing Triple Called By, which I can suggest, but for my area, I'm playing Triple Cosmic Cyclone, because when I was using this deck, people were still using Mystic Mine. That's right, I said it, the cursed words. Turns out, if they play Field Barrier on top of Mystic Mine, you can actually just banish it with Cosmic Cyclone, and then they can't play another another Mystic Mine because Field Barrier is already on. I did not know that at first. I would like to say Brandon gave me the idea of playing Cosmic Cyclone against Mystic Mine, but you have to watch out for that Prohibition because it'll stop your Cosmic Cyclone pretty quick. So the continuous spell I play is Perform Puppet. You really only need one of this, if any at all. I've debated about maybe taking it out, but it does have a unique effect to banish Ghimmick Puppets, and then you can bring those banished ones back later. It has a couple other interesting unique effects, but basically it just balances out the levels of all the cards on your field. And the field zone I play is Heavy Metal Raiders. Yeah, I grabbed this one from the Joey set. Each time a dark machine monster, which they all are, were to be destroyed first, they gain the attack they would have lost. So you could potentially... I had, what's its face? I had Magnet Puppet. My bad, Spring Puppet. I had Magnet Puppet up to 3,000 attack at one point. Just because people kept ramming into him, and they thought they could beat him over just once with Metal Raiders, and I took life points, but I ended up winning the duel because I had a big beefy beater. Also, it has a really unique effect that, what is it? Yeah, if a monster you control that was originally a Dark Machine monster destroys a card by battle, or card effect, you can just summon another monster. So this has great synergy with Desperado, and it also just works well with the other Dark Machines that we currently have. And like I said, not a 40 card deck. Might honestly take this down to 2, if not 1. But Triple Puppet Parade, this card is really good. Honestly, no, I might end up... I'm probably going to keep it at 3. I've debated about playing it at 1, but this card basically layers your board with Ghimmick Puppets as long as they're different names, and it just pulses them out easier, and if your life points are lower, you get the free rank up card wherever it is. So basically, you get to activate that. The only thing I dislike about this card is that you get the rank up card, but it's going to end up set on your field, which is nice if you want to activate this during your turn, but if things get too rough, you might have to activate the trap on your opponent's turn, and then you have stuck with that set on your field, and your opponent will know what that is. If they try to destroy that, it's kind of not as great. But that's pretty much it for the main deck. If I had to make any suggestions to the main deck, maybe cut a few of the things shorter. Maybe take out a few of those things and throw them in the side deck, but I don't know. I like it the way it is for sure, so I'm going to keep rolling with that. I played triple copies of Chimera Doll. I've seen people play this at 2. I've seen them play it at 3. I've seen them play it at 1. I'm playing it at 3 because this is a really good machine monster, and it allows you to... It locks you into extra deck XCC's Dark Machine summoning, of course, but with different types of variations, you can do all sorts of different things with this card, and all it requires is 2 machine monsters. That's why I play the Tether Wolf. I play 1 copy of the Mega Phantom Beast Auroradon just because this card is, I like it. It's really unique. If I can get the Mega Phantom Beast and then the token and then I get an extra monster out, I will link into this and summon 3 tokens and then just keep going off after that just because. I like this card. I personally don't think it needs to be banned on this upcoming ban list. Well, I mean, it might, but... Honestly, if Link Cross goes, I don't see a problem with this card, and I'm starting to see that card fall out too, so I'm not too worried. That's pretty much it for the links. I'm going to go into the XCs. I played double Gigantus Doll. This card is your level 4 XYZ monster. He steals opponent's monsters, and then you sacrifice this guy and overlay them into your other guy. So basically, it's like a free steal and then a free XCs beatdown. I play the 1 Giant Grinder, and then the C Headhunter, the upgraded version, because those are pretty good. I play double Ghimmick Puppet of Strings, because Strings is a really cool and awesome monster. I was going to play double C40 Strings, but I have debated on just keeping the 1, because I honestly like being able to go into the other XCs, and they seem to do a pretty good job the way they are. So, we'll see. This deck has a lot of testing still to be run on it, too. I play the 188 Ghimmick Puppet Leo and the C88 Ghimmick Puppet Disaster Leo. I mainly play this because the deck locks me into Dark Machines, and there aren't a lot of Dark Machine XCs, let alone level 8 ones, so I just work with what I got with Leo. That, and if I do pull off Leo's effect, I can just be a major troll. Now, if I manage to get 2 level 8s on the field without locking myself, I will go into Hope Harbinger, because Hope Harbinger can negate and stop spell effects, and that is pretty good, just because, yeah. And I know this is only 14 extra deck, that's just because I currently don't have a Dingirsu, but the final card I would play in this deck is either another one of these, or a Dingirsu. I haven't been able to get my hands on a Dingirsu recently. I know they're stupid cheap right now. I should probably grab like 1, maybe 2. But I have been mega busy recently, and there has just been a lot of stuff coming up left and right. So, thanks guys so much for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button. I hope this Ghimmick Puppet deck works out for you guys. Again, you don't have to run the like Heavy Metal Raiders engine. I do, because I think it's pretty cool and it's pretty fun. Let me know on the bottom what you think about another video. See ya.